Tonight, reforming police policies. Minnesota's legislature takes a step toward racial justice reform in the wake of George Floyd's death.
Plus, after rioters destroyed properties in Minneapolis, local businesses are stepping up to help those in need.
From CBS3 Duluth, this is the CBS3 News at 6.
Good evening, I'm Kristen Baki.
And I'm Anthony Matt. Thanks for joining us. A big move for Minnesota tonight as they are launching a first-of-its-kind investigation.
It will be led by the Department of Human Rights and looks to see if there is a culture of discrimination at the Minneapolis Police Department. Unlike criminal investigations, which investigate individuals for breaking the law, this will review the department's policies, trainings, procedures, and practices. It will go back 10 years to see if there's a pattern of discrimination. It will also look to make structural change to prevent another incident like the murder of George Floyd. Governor Tim Walz says now is the time to address systemic racism in the community.
This effort is only one of many steps to come in our efforts to restore trust within those communities who have been unseen, unheard, and believe that those that are charged to serve and protect not only don't do that, they work against them.
They're asking anyone who has had what they believe to be a racially motivated encounter with MPD to contact them. We'll have that information on our website.
New at 6, the Minnesota legislature took a big step in reforming police policies in the wake of Floyd's death. Today, the People of Color and Indigenous caucuses discussed legislative responses to the murder of Floyd. The idea is to reform the investigation and prosecution of officer-involved deaths and wrongful actions and increase police accountability and transparency.
George Floyd should still be alive today. There has been too much violence and injustice against Black, Brown, and Indigenous people. Too much violence against Black, Brown, and Indigenous bodies. And we have to do everything we can to dismantle a system that is at its core racist and unjust.
The caucus intends to make police and criminal justice reform a top priority during the pending June special session.
The man who drove his semi-trailer into a crowd of protesters on a closed Minneapolis freeway was released from jail today. This was the scene on Sunday as the driver approached a crowd of thousands of protesters, honking his horn and slamming on the brakes. The driver was released this afternoon. Under the reason for release, authorities said 36 hours expired. The Hennepin County Attorney's Office says the case has been deferred pending further investigation. Department of Public Safety Commissioner John Harrington later said all preliminary investigation indicates that what at first appeared to be a potentially deliberate event may have instead been merely accidental.
And this was a scene Monday night as dozens were detained in St. Paul for violating curfew. The arrests happened outside of the state capitol building after a long day of peaceful protests. Police say roughly 2,000 people first gathered outside of the governor's mansion early Monday evening before heading to the Capitol. A curfew for the Twin Cities is still in effect from 10 p.m. to 4 a.m.
Meanwhile, a peaceful sit-in is underway in St. Paul today. The Sit to Breathe protest is meant to call attention to the death of Floyd. Demonstrators want people to focus on the policing of Black communities in Minnesota and across the U.S. Participants are making themselves visible on the steps of government buildings. The event is a tribute to sit-ins that took place in the 1960s and throughout the civil rights movement. A group in Minneapolis is helping those who are mourning the death of George Floyd. Sanctuary Covenant Church hosted one of their peace and prayer barbecues today, offering food, prayer, and supplies to the community as it experiences protests in reaction to Floyd's death while in Minneapolis police custody.
We've handed out thousands and thousands of groceries to the community, and we see people not only coming to get items, but hanging around, encouraging one another, having a good time, just to celebrate the community. And that's the heart of our church. I think that's the spirit of North Minneapolis, that in hard times, we move towards one another as opposed to pulling away from one another.
In addition to the barbecues, the church hosted supply and food drives as many businesses that serve local needs and public transportation have been shut down due to the protests.
While the Twin Cities are still reeling from the riots and protests the past 7 days, businesses in Duluth are stepping up to help out, even in the midst of their own financial challenges. CBS 3's Emma Quinn has more.
As a way to support those in Minneapolis, Duluth's Positively 3rd Street Bakery is stepping up and collecting donations to help those in need in the Twin Cities. The bakery's owners say they wanted to help people impacted by the unrest that started after George Floyd's death. Many have had their businesses burnt down or stores they rely on for essentials destroyed or closed down. Positively 3rd Street bakery owners say they are accepting non-perishable foods, sanitary products, and basic first aid equipment. They will drive the supplies down to the Twin Cities to organizations in need.
We obviously aren't in Minneapolis, but we want to help people in Minneapolis who need it right now, whose communities are threatened.
Donations can be dropped off from 7:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Monday through Friday, 7:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. on the weekends. Owners say the community has already started donating. They say they'll continue the drive until supplies is no longer needed.
By the way, Positively 3rd Street Bakery recently faced their own financial challenges. Owners tell us they lost half of their business during the pandemic. And coming up tonight at 10, we'll hear from another local business stepping up. And we'll grab a quick look at the weather with Dave. Dave, nice start to the day, but boy, clouds kind of moved in as we moved further into the afternoon.
Yeah, that's that tail end of that low pressure system that brought some rain yesterday. And now it's bringing a chance of rain to the western and southern parts of our region. So far, though, rain totals haven't been much where there has been rain, really just a couple of hundredths here from Walker to Aiken down to Hinckley and over towards Siren. But a 30% chance we'll get a little taste of more of that as the night goes on and that low pressure system departs. It's being replaced by warm high pressure, though, not the cool kind. It's going to be the kind that keeps our temperatures up tomorrow, fairly similar to what they were today until the cloud cover came around and knocked the numbers down. So here's our day planner for Wednesday. With that high pressure system coming in, we should have a clear to partly cloudy sky. Morning start in the mid-50s for most places. Lunchtime temps in the 70s. And then pretty close to 80 degrees in the evening. This is the Northland. Warm spells don't last forever. And there's already an expiration date on this one. Could end on Friday. Does that mean a big cool down for the weekend? We'll look at the 7-day forecast together in a few more minutes.
Thanks, Dave. Tonight, the Superior City Council will vote on whether to give a prominent business a bit of a break on its rent payments. This comes after Barker's Island saw some major pandemic-related financial issues. While the city owns Barker's Island, it's leased to a company called Sailboats Incorporated. Superior typically gets hundreds of thousands of dollars per year in rent from that company, but Sailboats Incorporated didn't see a lot of business during the state's safer-at-home order, so they anticipated having to pay this quarter's rent in payments over the next 10 years. Mayor Jim Payne said this would have been the single largest loss of revenue from any one source to the city so far this year. Now, with business starting to pick back up, the city councilors are expected to vote on a new payment plan tonight to ensure the city can still cash in on the large source of revenue. We'll have more on that tonight at 10. Meanwhile, former Duluth School Board member Harry Welty will face off against Republican Pete Stauber during Minnesota's primary election for the 8th Congressional District. Welty lost to Stauber during the 8th Congressional District primary back in 2018. Stauber, also a Republican, is currently in his first term in the 8th District seat. If he is reelected, Stauber says it will be the first time a Republican has ever been reelected to the 8th District seat in the last 76 years. Democrat Quinn Nystrom is also seeking the 8th District seat. She was endorsed by the Minnesota DFL back in May. Since then, her former Democratic challengers, Gayleen Spilarich and Soren Sorensen, have dropped out. They both say they wanted to respect the Minnesota DFL's endorsement. Minnesota's primary election is set for August 11th.
After surveying community members about their thoughts, 4 Northland school districts are taking the next step towards possibly working together. The collaboration would include students in Chisholm, Hibbing, Floodwood, and Nashwauk-Keewatin. The head of RAMS, or Range Association of Municipalities and Schools, said they got 1,300 surveys back. They asked what people thought of sharing services for things like busing, staff, facilities, sports, curriculum, and more. RAMS officials say in all 4 communities, at least 70% of respondents supported the idea. School officials say it could also benefit the students.
This is all about improving opportunities for kids, improving opportunities for our students, finding ways to operate more efficiently.
Now they plan to seek organizations willing to help put together a collaboration proposal. They hope to pick a consultant by the end of the month. Officials wanted to stress this is a collaboration plan, not a consolidation plan. Any funding plans are still being worked out.
Authorities have identified the man who died in a Cass County crash last week. Authorities responded to the single vehicle crash on Highway 64 around noon on Friday. Authorities say the victim is Edward Coyle of Black Duck, Minnesota. The 68-year-old was driving south on Highway 64 when his vehicle went into the ditch and rolled. The crash is still under investigation.
Still to come on Live Local CBS 3. After being in lockdown for 3 months, residents at a nursing home are stepping out to protest the current restrictions they're under.
Well, today's high temp in Duluth at the airport of 84 degrees was 4 degrees shy of the record, 88 from 1948. Tomorrow we'll be threatening it again. We'll talk about our temperature trends coming up right after our break.
Live, local, CBS 3 News at 6 with Kristen Vaki, Anthony Matt, Kelly Hinson, and weather with meteorologist Dave Anderson on Live, local, CBS 3.
Catch Eye on Parenting every Thursday at 6 with me, Leanne Valdez, on CBS 3.
Find the home of your dreams with Homes by Edmonds. Whether you're buying or selling, trust Duluth's oldest real estate company, Homes by Edmonds, LLP. Sunday mornings at 10:30 on CBS 3.
Reclaim your life today in the face of anxiety, depression, or thoughts of suicide at Ketamine North Infusion. In our safe spaces, we want to ensure you a better quality of life with our low-dose IV ketamine infusions. Ketamine North Infusion. Be well with us.
Holding a phone takes precious attention away from the road. That's why handheld cell phone use is now illegal in Wisconsin work zones, and fines start at $40. Driving deserves your undivided attention. It's about safety for workers and for all motorists. So when you see orange cones, please put down the phone. The Wisconsin DOT urges you to eliminate distractions and be especially alert in work zones.
How to change the way you pizza. Step 1, grab a delicious Papa Murphy's pizza. Step 2, bake. Step 3, chow down on the deliciousness. Right now, get the cheeseburger pizza for just $10. Papa Murphy's.
Hi, guys. Yes, I'm at home. Look at these grays. This is happening today.
Excellence Creme by L'Oreal Paris. 3 steps for 100% great coverage and rich, radiant color.
Oh, my God, I'm so happy.
Excellence Creme by L'Oreal Paris.
We're all worth it.
DBS, your all things basement-y company. Does your home have uneven or sloping floors? How about cracked drywall, stair-stepping cracks, or bowed basement walls? You may have a problem with your foundation. Call the specialists at DBS. They thoroughly inspect your property and provide a permanent solution to your foundation problem. We offer a fully transferable warranty, unmatched in our area. Contact DBS, your all things basement-y company, for a free, no-obligation estimate. Call or visit us online. DBS, helping your family have a healthy, safe, and comfortable home.
America's Most Watched Network. Tonight, starting at 7, only on CBS 3 Duluth. Then, stay tuned for CBS 3 News at 10.
For the news that impacts you most, turn to Live Local CBS 3.
Wake up with Austin and Jenna at 5 a.m. Find your favorite CW shows on the Duluth CW, cable, satellite, over the air, and streaming on KDLH Duluth. When breaking news happened in your neighborhood, CBS 3 was there.
It seems that they are trying to get people off of the highway, of course.
Duluth Police Department forced to make arrests and deploy tear gas as protests began to get out of hand in the early morning hours.
Now, there are protesters on both sides, both northbound and southbound I-35.
We're interrupting your normal programming this evening to hear from Minnesota Governor Tim Walz.
For coverage that matters most to you, tune to CBS 3. CBS 3 Weather is brought to you by St. Luke's. Now, the CBS 3 Duluth Weather Max forecast with meteorologist Dave Anderson.
All right, let's talk about today's high temperatures. A big warm surge came across as planned, and high temperatures ranged from 79 degrees in Ely to 84 over the hill here in the Twin Ports, getting to 82 in Solon Springs and 87s from Superior to Ashland to Watersmeet, everybody else in between. Well, tomorrow temperatures will be very similar, staying on the warm side. It's once we get into Friday that things are going to change up and will start to cool down back to the mid-70s by Friday, and maybe only mid-60s by Sunday, which in turn will give way to warmer weather at the drop of a hat. Right now, here's the current conditions at the airport in Duluth at 75. 48% for the relative humidity, westerly wind at 11 miles per hour, and air pressure at 1,010 millibars. Temperature-wise, we're looking at warmth for most towns. 80 still in Watersmeet, 75 for Ironwood, 74 Ashland. This pool of cooler air here, of course, is where the rain is right now, and the cloud cover and the rain cooling things down. So we dropped to 68 in Solon Springs, only 64 towards Siren, and then pick back up to 80 in Hibbing, 78 degrees for International Falls. Rain chance is out there. It's the tail end of that low pressure system that brought some towns rain yesterday. And earlier today, we saw a line rumble through central Minnesota, fizzle out by the lake, and now it's continuing in the central parts of Wisconsin. So Hayward has the best chance for rain from this little system, but we'll put the odds at 30% for everybody. See, just in case some of the rogue precip out of Manitoba starts to come our way. And once we get into tomorrow, this low pressure system should be out of range. Warmer high pressure settles in for our Wednesday, bringing back sunshine and keeping temperatures close to 80 degrees. But by Thursday, it'll stay warm, again upper 70s to about 80. But this low pressure system will create that heat energy and the moisture in the atmosphere into showers and thunderstorms. At least there's a 30% chance of it. In turn, that goes away by Friday. It clears up again on Friday, but it starts the cooling process. Mid-70s Friday, 70 Saturday, 65 on Sunday, before we reverse the process come Monday. Now, the forecast for tonight in Minnesota. Partly cloudy with a 30% rain chance, better to the south than the north. 49 in Ely to 56 around Moose Lake, 50 to 55 by the lake. Wisconsin, Michigan, 54 to 57 for the low temps, and a 30% chance for the rain there as well. But higher pressure makes it clear to partly cloudy tomorrow. Wisconsin, Michigan high temps go from 76 around Bessemer to 82 down around Cable and 78 in Superior. For Minnesota, 69 to 74 by the lake, but 77 to 82 inland with a partly cloudy sky and a northwesterly wind 5 to 15. All right, looking at the extended forecast here, there's that thunderstorm chance on Thursday, the 30% shot. Then sunnier and calmer and cooler Friday and Saturday. Really cool at 65 on Sunday and cloudy to boot with 30 to 50% rain chances then coming in on Sunday and sticking around through Tuesday as temperatures rise to the occasion and get back towards 73.
Thanks, Dave. Well, as temperatures continue rising, people want to get outside. And with COVID-19 concerns still in the mix, the CDC says there's some tips you should follow to keep yourself and others safe. Aside from social distancing, the CDC says it's best to prepare before you go anywhere. Visit parks that are close to your home. Be mindful when using pool or other water-related activities, and of course, keep your hands clean. One Lake Walk visitor today says along with social distancing, she has a mask and Clorox wipes at the ready.
I usually keep like this 6 feet of distance and try and walk on the opposite side of the sidewalk from someone.
If you'd like more tips on how to keep yourself and others safe, go ahead, log on to our website, CBS3Duluth.com.
Residents at a Duluth long-term care facility want out after being in lockdown for the past 3 months. Some residents took to the sidewalks at the North Shore Estates in West Duluth today, protesting restrictions at their senior living facility during the pandemic. Other residents showed their support from the window. One resident in particular says she misses going to stores and getting some sunshine, along with connecting with her family, as her facility doesn't allow visitors. She says she doesn't see the light at the end of the tunnel.
We're getting very tired and cranky. You know, we'd like to be able to be out and about and go places just like everybody else.
Meanwhile, the administrator for the North Shore Estates says they're following guidelines from the Minnesota Department of Health and Center for Medicare Medicaid Services. More than 860 of Minnesota's 1,072 COVID-19 related deaths were residents in long-term care facilities. The Fond du Lac Band's dental clinic is expanding their services. The clinic continues to prioritize urgent dental needs. They'll slowly be opening to non-emergency and elective procedures over the coming months. You must call to make an appointment. They're posting updates on their pharmacy hours to the band's Facebook page.
Coming up in sports, Hibbing is planning to pay tribute to one of its hockey's greats. Kelly will tell us who it is coming up in just a minute.
For the news that impacts you most, turn to live local CBS3.
Wake up with Austin and Jenna at 5 a.m. CBS3 live cams are brought to you by Kohler Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac. You're not just getting a car, you're getting Kohler.
Hello, I'm Mike Lindell, and as you know, my passion is to help each and every one of you get the best sleep of your life. That's why I created my new Giza Dreams bed sheets. I started by using the world's best cotton called Giza. It's only grown in a region between the Sahara Desert, the Mediterranean Sea, and the Nile River. It's ultra soft and breathable, but extremely durable. My Giza sheets also include full 21-inch wide pillowcases that will fit over any pillow and deep pocket sheets that will fit over any mattress. The first night you sleep on my sheets, you'll never want to sleep on anything else.
Go to MyPillow.com or call the number on your screen right now to get your very own MyPillow Giza Dream Sheets. Giza Dream Sheets are available in a variety of colors. Use the promo code and Mike will give you 2 for 1 low price and free shipping. That's right, get 2 for 1 low price plus free shipping.
For the best night's sleep in the whole wide world, visit MyPillow.com.
Right now, get a great deal on the durable Kubota RTVX. When there's work to do and a reputation to uphold, it's built to haul it all and do it all. Half-ton capabilities with attachments to get the job done right. And industry-exclusive heavy-duty features. It's North America's #1 selling diesel utility vehicle. Now get the RTVX for 0 down and 0% APR for 48 months or save $400.
No one serves you better than Bullet Gentleman.
Call A1 Movers today to schedule a free office relocation estimate. We have all the necessary tools and experience to help streamline your business's change of address. Our friendly, uniformed crew will carefully relocate and protect both your new and existing facility. Whether across the street or around the globe, one call hauls it all. Take the burden off of your staff and put it on ours. Remember, moving is hard. Calling A1 Movers is easy.
Has your roof seen its better days? Call Peak Construction Roofing today for your free estimate at guaranteed affordable rates. Peak Construction can finance you and will help you step by step from start to finish. Call the best, Peak Construction Roofing. They'll do the rest. Let us take care of you.
We dance for healing. We dance for one another. For connection. In ways like no other. Together or even apart. We are resilient. The 2020 census is here, and we need to do our part for our people.
Duke was a man of few words and many songs.
Let freedom ring. Gone country.
Ain't going down till the sun comes up.
It's 102.5.
Catch Eye on Parenting every Thursday at 6 with me, Leanne Valdez, on CBS3.
About 2 months ago, we watched UMD men's hockey collar in their 6th Hobie Baker Award winner in program history. He's a local guy from Hibbing, Minnesota, and Hibbing, Minnesota is planning to celebrate. The Hibbing City Council passed a resolution a few weeks ago declaring August 18th the official Scott Perunovich Day in the city. The resolution was voted on unanimously, according to the Mesabi Daily News. Perunovich spent 3 years as a defenseman at UMD, helping the team to a pair of national titles, impressing fans and alumni like these guys alike.
He's one of the most fun guys to watch ever. I mean, we went and watched their series. Me and I followed there in Minnesota, and he's electric to watch. He's so fun, just the way he controls the play and how good he is with the puck. You always think he's going to do something, and then kind of, he does something else, or he's got a pass that you don't even see coming. So, and just to, have him as a Bulldog, another Hobie Baker win is awesome. It's awesome for the program to kind of bring in more guys, and they see the program's success, and I think that always helps.
Playing at UMD, obviously he's a Hibbing guy, but I think most would still consider him somewhat of a local guy to Duluth. I mean, that's pretty cool to have another Hobie Baker win at Duluth. I think it puts him at 6, not only for him to win it, but just watching him play and watching his hockey IQ and how he plays the game. I thought he certainly deserved it, and I was certainly pumped for him.
And sticking with UMD hockey, the men's program have officially posted the assistant head coach job that Jason Herter vacated just a few weeks ago. Herter stepped down as UMD's assistant to pursue other opportunities in the sport of hockey. In his time at the helm, Herter has been a part of 2 national championships, 3 national championships, 5 NCAA tournament appearances, and 2 NCHC Frozen Face-Off championships. He spent a grand total of 9 years with the program. Superior senior Hannah Craker has officially announced her commitment to run track at UW-Eau Claire next year. She's a sprinter specializing in the 400-meter dash. Craker represented the Spartans at sectionals last year, coming just 2 places away from the WIAA state championship. She was named MVP of the Spartans track team last year and was unfortunately unable to see where she would have ended up in her senior season. George Floyd died 1 week ago yesterday, and since that time, the city of Minneapolis and the nation as a whole have been looking for answers and justice. The Minnesota Timberwolves have been fairly outspoken in the last few years regarding racial injustice. Last week, forward Karl Anthony Towns stood by former NBA player Steven Jackson as he spoke and mourned the loss of his longtime friend in George Floyd. Head coach Ryan Saunders shared his emotions about what is happening in his city and around the country.
And you're kind of just holding your breath, hoping that something bad doesn't happen again. And, you want to be about what's right, because it is. In so many ways, I think it's a heart issue with all of us.
That's going to do it for sports for now. We'll have more here back tonight at 10. Kristen and Tony, I'm going to send it back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Kelly. Tonight on the CBS3 News at 10, the pandemic has caused some confusion for those paying on their student loans. Tonight, we're digging into what students need to know when it comes to the furloughed federal loans and how you can maximize your payments while no interest is being accrued on those loans. That and more tonight at 10.
Well, if you've got a sweet tooth and you like getting stuff for free, that sounds like a good majority.
Really good combination, too.
Well, listen to this. Krispy Kreme is giving away free donuts all week long. National Donut Day is this Friday, but the donut shop decided to make a little change and make it Donut Week. Anytime this week, Monday through Friday, your favorite donut is free. Just pick a day, pick a donut, and enjoy.
What's your favorite donut?
I love Bavarian-filled donut, like a Long John.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Where's the nearest Krispy Kreme?
Twin Cities?
Yeah. I guess we'll have to order some.
It's going to be a long drive.
Delivery?
Yeah.
Just pay shipping and handling.
Yeah, DoorDash.
There we go, Tones. All right, let's talk about the weather here.
That sounds good.
All right, 7-day forecast starts on a warm note, up around 80 degrees, just like today, through tomorrow. Near 80 on Thursday, but with a chance for showers and thunderstorms, albeit a slight one. Then it's cooler and calmer Friday, Saturday, 70 to 75 with sunshine. Even cooler on Sunday, only 65 with a rain chance breezing in. Then for next Monday and Tuesday, we perk up temperature-wise to 73, but we also run towards a 50-50 shot at showers and storms.
All right, thanks, Dave. Thanks for joining us.
We'll see you back here at 10.